In Britain, school lessons on equality and inclusion are still enraging parents. Demonstrations have already been held, with more expected again when term starts in September. And now the UK official tasked with countering extremism says there's been a campaign of disinformation spread about the education programme and that the government's been slow to respond. Polly Boyko, part of our team in the UK, has more for you today.
It's a small school with a big problem. Parkfield Primary in Birmingham, where many of the predominantly Muslim students' parents are angry that the school is teaching their young children about same-sex relationships. Protests like these have become a regular feature.
Do not bring your children if you believe in the Quran. And if you stand for your Prophet, and if you want to fight for your right to your beliefs, do not bring your children into school tomorrow.
And now the UK's National Association of Head Teachers is warning the government that the parent protests could spread come September. Last week, hundreds of parents refused to send their children to Parkfield Primary because teachers are refusing to stop teaching the lessons. Demonstrations at another predominantly Muslim school in Birmingham, Anderton Park Primary, have been banned by the High Court after ugly scenes upset children and teachers. Around 70 schools in England have demanded that the UK's Department for Education help them defend against protesting parents, ambushing schools with demands that they stop relationship lessons. The No Outsiders programme is aimed at children of primary school age, so that can be as young as 4 or 5 years old, and it's based around a reading programme, and these are the books that are causing such outrage. They contain stories about diversity and inclusivity, be it about disabilities, being fostered or adopted, or having 2 mummies or 2 penguin daddies. Lessons featuring books like these that introduce LGBT themes will be compulsory in all schools from September 2020, but many schools are already teaching variations of this programme, and some 1,400 of them will be launching relationship education from this coming September. The conflict between teachers and parents shows no sign of abating ahead of the new school year.
We need to devise a program with parents, with the schools, with Ofsted and DFE to have a program that allows children who are discriminated to vent and speak about what's happening, and also the schools to stop discrimination, but not by infringing on parents' beliefs and religion. Parents should be allowed to choose age appropriateness. So if a parent of a child feels that their child is not at the right age to be learning this, because only they will know their child. This can't be determined by somebody, you, me, left, right and centre. This can only be determined by that child, and there needs to be consultation. And I think where the schools have gone wrong is they have not consulted parents in a meaningful way.
The government is keen to continue with the programme.
We trust individual schools, individual head teachers to know their cohorts of children and to determine how and when to address what can be obviously sensitive subjects.
But schools have appealed for more help in dealing with the demonstrations, and the Department of Education has been accused of failing to protect them.
I think they were too slow to respond. I think the Department for Education could have played a very important role in clarifying to parents this is what's actually being taught, not the misinformation that we're seeing out there.
Now, a group of more than 80 members of Parliament and teachers is calling on the Education Secretary, Damien Hinds, to launch a public information campaign over the summer to allay the fears of concerned parents. The Department for Education has a lot of homework to do over the summer if it wants to quell parents' concerns and stick to its programme of promoting British values of freedom and tolerance. In the meantime, the protests at predominantly Muslim schools have galvanised other religious groups as well. And Catholic campaigners have said that they are set to join the demonstrations in September.